Hello, my little puppers. MC here today. Today, guys. Today we are reacting to the veil of my good friend, Smolbimbo boy. So we're continuing on the fan fiction of Alvin the Chipmunks and some questionable answers I want to ask, but I'm afraid to. That being said, let's begin, shall we?
He can't deny it. That isn't enough to hold Simon's attention. What's wrong with Simon? Genuinely, what's wrong with Simon? Why does he sound like this? The smallest one, though, is cute in a way Simon can't describe. The one in white and the small one have two different types of cute. The one in white is cute in a childish, bratty way, which Simon found deathly annoying. But the smallest one is cute in a way a chihuahua was. Super small, but you can tell from the bored look on her face that she has no problem snapping and yapping at people. And for some reason, Simon's cold, science-only heart thinks that it's cute. He doesn't know why, though. After everything he and Jeanette been through, he thought that he loved her. Again, you can see I'm not subtle with the ships at all. If a character is focusing on one character specifically, they most likely are in love with that character. At least in the works that I've written. Wait, written?
Wait. I was like, what? Look, I will be understanding of people like writing their own little fan fiction of like a character who has like a cold heart but slowly feeling in love. I was like those are interesting. I have seen like a couple of those stories, but my god, I feel like it got intense. Like the last story about Simon wanted to like dissect his own family member and then his new friends. I was questioning like, why did she wrote that? That's like a scary part I ever heard. But we're not here to like me saying weird stuff again. But let's just continue, shall we?
Love come from. As soon as that question enters his mind, he sees Alvin yell at Theodore to hop on the skateboard and briefly explain what's going on. As Theodore gasps with cute, childlike excitement and hops on the back of the skateboard, Simon's heart pounds with excitement. That itch he got when he couldn't answer his sign question is back again. He can't wait to meet that squirrel, and he can't wait to meet that chipmunk. Chapter 3. Theodore has just finished art class and is talking to a nice human girl named Olivia, when all of a sudden his brother Alvin comes speeding towards him on his skateboard. And surprisingly, Simon's on it too. Hey, Alvin. Olivia, an African-American girl, coos at him. What's up? Alvin says nonchalantly, and Olivia chuckles and bids farewell to Theodore, heading to her lunch. When Theodore was younger, he sometimes envied how smoothly Alvin could talk to girls. Now they actually took Alvin seriously. Theodore is the cutest chipmunk out of the group, and is often cooed at as well. While he doesn't mind the female attention, he can't help but feel a little insulted when they wanted to dress him up in a dress and bow tie like a toy. Being cute has its downfalls. Theodore. There's not really much to say about Theodore. I mean, here's one thing to say, not specifically about Theodore, but how he's treated. Why are the girls in his school dressing him up in dresses and a bow tie? He's not a toy. He always wished they took...
I was gonna say, the worst part is, I was gonna say, I will probably be one of those girls dressing up in like little tutus or a bow. I'm one of those people. I don't know. It's just like so interesting. But let me say this. I don't think Alvin will be like a person who talks to girls like smooth. I was like, if I remember correctly, he was a nervous wreck when he talks to any girls. And even though he tried to play it cool, it doesn't work out. Or I could be wrong. It has been a while I have seen like some of the old movies. But that being said, let's continue.
Seriously like his brothers, but after meeting Eleanor and a spark quickly forming between the two chipmunks, he doesn't care how his female classmates treat him anymore. As long as Eleanor continues to take him seriously, he doesn't care what anyone else thinks. Yo, get on, Theo. We don't have time to waste. Alvin all but shouts, and his tail noticeably is wagging back and forth like a dog would. What's the matter? Theodore asks as he carries his pencil behind him, not noticing the weight that's second nature on his shoulder. There's more talking chipmunks going to school now. What? Theodore whispers. And when's a flying squirrel? Alvin chirps, Theodore not noticing the strange extra excitement Alvin has when mentioning a squirrel. Unlike his brothers, Theodore's mind doesn't automatically go to thinking about how to impress the new students or all the invasive scientific questions he can ask. His mind instantly goes to new friends. New friends. New friends. Theodore is like the only sane person in this entire fanfiction.
I was gonna point out, it's like, I think Theodore is like the only like calm person in the room. Is like all the person like surrounding him, his brothers and his friends, like, oh my god, guys, there's a new person. It's like, and everyone will be like standing there. It's like, okay, let's just meet them, and that's it. Like, I'm not sure. It's just like one, like, if somebody like wrote a fact fiction or somebody in real life, like, you get excited for one thing, but I feel like it's something like a new person, like, okay, yeah, they're new. What's special about them? I don't know. It's just like something I always like think about, because I remember when people in my school get new like classmate, everybody gets excited and overwhelm the people, and you just have me there like, hi, nice to meet you, and that's it. And I will just leave because I will always do that. I remember my friend pointing me out and why I never get excited. I say, because I never do. And I was like wondering, like, am I different? And then that's the time when I found out many weird stuff about me. But we're not here for that. Let's continue the story.
So far. Theodore gasps just as dramatically as Alvin did when he first met them, and instantly climbs on the skateboard, holding on to his pencil tight so as to not lose it. New friends, and they're chipmunks, and one's a flying squirrel. All the things they can talk about, the food to share and funny stories to tell, and the food to share and stories and food. Theodore quickly tries to come up with more conversation topics than just food and stories. Theodore giggles to himself as he imagines what the new students will look like. Just wait till Eleanor hears about this. It didn't take long for Alvin to pull up at Brittany's locker, Theodore notes, and he also sees that Brittany's sisters are there too, Jeanette and Eleanor. The mentioned chipmunk turns at the call of their name, and when Theodore sees the face they've come to love light up at seeing his face, his heart just melts. Hey, Theodore, Eleanor yells, waving at him. Theodore hops off the skateboard along with his brothers and rushes over to the chipettes. I'm assuming Brittany already told you, Simon says, and Theodore now notices Brittany's usually well-kept hair is now frizzy with sweat, possibly from running. Brittany stops her panting to nod at Simon, then continues to catch her breath. When Brittany told me about new chipmunks and a squirrel in the school, I knew exactly who she was talking about, because I walked past them in the hall on my way to the bathroom. At first I thought I was hallucinating, but after Brittany came running towards me after class talking about the same thing I saw, I knew it was true. Jeanette squeals while bouncing on her feet. Eleanor giggles, doing the same, probably imagine what they look like too. Brittany, now composed, rolls her eyes and stares at the floor, a slight blush dusts her cheeks. Theodore assumes she's thinking about the new kids, but what guy can have her attention? Theodore thought that Brittany had a crush on Alvin. So what are we just standing here for? Let's go find them already, Alvin says impatiently, quickly correcting himself. Theodore is oblivious to the obvious mistake Alvin makes though. After Brittany ran to us about them, I asked Mr. Michaels where their lockers are, and their lockers are right next to us. Convenient. Eleanor cheers while pointing to the lockers next to them. Just as she said that, the group comes around the corner. Two chipmunks, one wearing very revealing clothing that made Theodore blush, and the other that is very short, but as tall as Eleanor, and one in the middle, a tall flying squirrel, all wearing matching collars that correspond with their outfit colors. Theodore's eyes widen, then squints as he tries to read the name tags on the collar. Oh wow, they're gorgeous, explained Eleanor and Jeanette. Theodore can't help but think in his mind, not as cute as you, but he has to admit that they were all very pretty. They wear what looks like stage clothes, but with how casually they treat the expensive-looking fabric, Theodore can tell that they probably wear even more expensive clothes for sleepwear. There's lots of emphasis on the fact that the rodents are rich, and I don't know how to feel. Well, what are we waiting?
Wait, I do have a question, because this has been bugging me, and I was like, I wonder why she called her and her gang like the rodents. I was like, it sounds, I don't know, it's like a very off-putting thing. Also, guys, we're making like a part 3 because there's not a lot of stories for me like to like end the video, so I'll try to make this short. But let's continue, shall we?
Let's go say hi, Theodore exclaims, ready to make new friends. But as he looks around, he sees that they are all frozen in place, and they all have the same goofy look they had on when they saw each other for the first time. Theodore is almost certain he hears the song I Wanna Know What Love Is playing in the background, and he just can't understand why. They're all so impatient to meet them at first. What happened? Alvin looks like he's seen all things he loved clumped into one person. Simon looks like he discovered his scientific breakthrough. Brittany looks like she's staring at the biggest jewel in the world and she can't have it. Jeanette looks envious of each of them. And his sweet little Eleanor has the same cute little face she makes when she sees her favorite chocolate. With a snap of Theodore's fingers, they all snap out of their little moment, and Alvin is the first to speak. So what are you standing around for? Let's go talk to them. Small noises of agreement follow as they all slowly make their way towards the new students, and Theodore, still confused, follows just as excitedly. New friends, here we come. Chapter 4. Brittany has never felt more conflicted in her entire life, and Brittany is never conflicted.
What does that
Most
mean?
people would assume that she has a crush on Alvin for how much time she spends with him. But that would be wrong. Brittany does love Alvin, but not in the romantic kind of way. It was more of a conceited kind of way, in a I see myself in you way. Brittany and Alvin are similar in uncanny ways. They both love hogging the spotlight. They both will do anything to get what they want. They both will treat you like scum of the earth if you ever so much as look at their siblings the wrong way. Alvin.
I don't know why. I feel like what she wrote in here feels kind of like reasonable. Like I feel like both of them do have similar like personality. Like both of them will fight each other. Both of them want to get the spotlight and many more. I feel like that's reasonable. One more of this and then we'll end the video.
Would be a perfect boyfriend choice, but Brittany never felt that way about him. She never had that click her other sisters had when looking at boys. It's not that she's so self-absorbed she doesn't think any boy is worthy enough for her. She just didn't understand it. Boys. Why boys? There was always something Brittany just couldn't decipher on why she didn't like them so much. Brittany gives the vibe of that one song, Little Miss Perfect, and I freaking love that song. And
Oh wait, I know what that song you're talking about. I like that one too.
I'm honestly not mad at this. Brittany always thought girls.
Okay. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please guys like, comment down below, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I will of course link down to the link to my good friend Smolbimbo boy if you guys want to hear the full story. That being said, this is MC signing out. Bye guys.